Well, hello there, guys. Welcome back to our Union campaign and the second part in the Battle of Shiloh. So I'm hoping we can actually hold the line here against the Confederates. Let's get into the fight. As you can see here, I've already set our men up in this wood line, in this tree line, to try and get the best shots possible. We've already got some Confederates trying to charge and break the line, and we don't have all that much in the way of reinforcements. We've got a few skirmishers arriving, but for the most part, we're facing the rebels here, as the Federals just basically without any reinforcements at all, and they've got some serious armies on the way here. I'm a little concerned about that. We've got to hold the Hornets' Nest and Shiloh Church, so these are two different locations. Over here in the center, we're also dealing with a tremendous amount of enemy units. I want to make sure that this guy holds this location, and those rebels are encircling us, which is not something I like. So I'm actually going to try to get Lynch over here. I don't usually allow running, but I'll allow it this time. We're going to have Gibson watch our flank against Martin. You can see that the rebels are definitely moving in a large force towards us. So I'm going to send Hoke down. A lot of people want us sometimes to detach skirmishers. I don't think there's any need for that right now. Although, well, I'm not going to detach any from Gibson. We could detach skirmishers earlier in the battle. Now there's, again, a little less of a need to do that. I actually want the high rate volley fire that these units provide. Oh, there we go. Johnson is getting awfully close. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have Hope go ahead and fire at him. And I'm even going to have Pratt fire at him as well. See what's going on over here. Let's send Harris. Actually, Harris right now is watching their right flank. I think I'll keep him here. If we need to, we can always, send some units to try and take that area. Shaver's got some pretty good cover here. I want to get Haskell over here. Still get some woods cover, of course. But they're definitely moving on that position. And there's not much we can do about it, except maybe get into the defensive area here. Colonel Kelly Walton is wounded. Nelson's division from Buell's Corps has arrived faster than expected. Good. Now, these guys need to get right there immediately to that location to try and defend against Johnson. See how it's looking over here in the center? We're holding this area of the woods, but the enemy is just getting some devastating fire on us. Come on, boys, for the Union. Got Anderson over here arriving, as well as Martin. The only benefit so far for us is the fact that we are in the woods for the most part, and a lot of their units are out of the woods. Not all of them, but that's not going to win us the battle, of course. We need a lot more than that to win the battle. Come on, guys. So we have the cannon start firing from here. It's a pretty good area. And it looks like despite us just having skirmisher units, they're holding up pretty well in these woods against Johnson's units. You can see they're taking some serious hits. Johnson's, I should say. And I could get that ammo truck. Well, I'm not going to do it now because we'll end up losing them. But we will eventually get that ammo truck to the units over here. If they can hold long enough to need it, of course. Try to get Woods back here. I didn't even realize Woods was still around. Alright, Haskell. I guess we have to order Haskell to fire here, or else he's going to kind of just do his own thing. Come on, Haskell. Nice shooting. He does have the woods cover. Alright, there we go, guys. Our infantry is arriving on time. Beautiful. We're definitely going to have them focus on Johnson. I don't even necessarily need them to be in a wooded area at this point. I just want to start throwing shots down at Johnson and then hopefully relieve our center over here. Major Hatch is wounded. Well, happens to the best of us, and Hatch is going to have to pull back. I was worried about that. That center may not hold. And we may just need to prepare for a secondary defense right here near the church. In fact, we can go ahead and use this area as a nice defensive, give us a little defensive bonus. But that might be what we should do, is pull back and let the enemy advance on us. But that's going to require us to push out of here, and we managed to just push Gibson out of here. We also wounded him, apparently. Let's also move this way. And I'm going to see if we can't hit Johnson from the back and start moving these troops out of this area. I think you guys can see what I'm going for here. Fall back. I would fall back with Lynch, but he's going to have to hold the line. Yeah, we're going to try to push these guys back. I don't know if it's going to work. Dow may have to come and watch that flank again. For now, I will move these men forward to fire on Johnson, just because I think less Confederates is a good thing. And besides, there's a nice little fence here, as well as a wood line, tree line, so I'm going to see if we can't take advantage of that. Not sure if that pond is a very good place to stay. I would highly doubt it. See how things are going on this front. Alright, just barely holding. Send in the skirmishers here to fire at Claiborne. And actually, we could probably use those supplies over here. They've got a supply wagon right behind us. I hope they don't have men hidden there. Alright. Bristow, open fire. Flanking shots. Get Johnson to run the hell out of here. And I've got Woods ready for him to run, just so that we can run his men down, do as much damage as possible. Looks like McDowell's in some trouble, and I didn't want to have Dowell retreat, but there's sometimes not too much you can do here. Fall back with Bain. I might still fire on this unit just because I don't need them over here. Oh, there we go. Woods, get him! Woods should be able to charge here. Excuse me, guys. Alright, here we go. Yup. Johnson's going to take some serious hits there. 21-18. I expected better than that. It looks like Woods is taking off. That's too bad. Keep firing at Stratham. We're slowly pulling back into the woods a little deeper. It's getting to the point where we may just need to make a major run for it, because they are going to cut us off. So I'm going to keep moving. McDowell's actually lucky to get the hell out of here. And I'm going to move McDowell this way to deal with Johnson. Help deal with Johnson anyway. We'll bring Bristow as well. And I'm just hoping the rest of our boys can make it through. Look at all those dead Rebs and Federals. We lost a lot of men there too. I mean, look at that just pile of men that we have right there. That is bad. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get McDowell up here. So I actually will move Hazen forward, just because we have some cover here with these homes, and why not, right? Alright, Gibson may be able to get the hell out of here. Lynch as well, and Bain. If we could get all these guys out, I'm going to feel very happy, and I would consider that pretty big advantage. Try to get the cannons out as well, although they're kind of the only thing holding the enemy back from a major charge. What's going on here? Get back, Hall. See a whole bunch of dead rebels in front of us here. They definitely attempted a charge. We may have missed that, but they didn't seem to make it through, so I'm not too concerned. And it looks like Claiborne's running out of ammo. It doesn't look like they have much ammo left here. I'll bring Bloom forward. In fact, I'm going to stop Bloom right there. I don't want him to move too far forward. If he can still stay in the trees and fire, then I'm good with that. And it looks like he probably can. Maybe not. You boys better make this worth your while. There we go. Nice. Claiborne taking some serious shots. I'll keep him there. And it looks like, yep, sure enough, enemy is charging there with Stevens. We're going to get Hall right on that. I'm going to get Porter over here to bring these guys some morale. Stick to it, men. Don't surrender. Send the Confederates back. And here we go. The enemy is definitely approaching now, so some of these units have definitely managed to make it to the second defensive line. And we're now facing whole another portion of the enemy, really. Managed to move these guys back as well. Pretty awesome. Just want these guys to hold. Not bad at all. We're going to have Gibson go ahead and engage. Actually, no, we're going to keep moving because Chalmers will get us one way or another. So we're going to keep moving up, guys. Try to get all the way over here. See what's going on here. We managed to hold Stevens' attack. And I think that's all because of Porter and his support. And at this point, it's basically just a nasty melee. These guys are running for their lives. I want my men to kill as many of them as possible. Overrun them, boys. Make sure they get killed in the crick. That's how you'd say creek back in these times. The crick. But here we go. So we're overrunning them. Pretty nice. I think at some point we can stop. I'm going to have Hall go ahead and return to his position. And same with Harris. In fact, now that we're across the river, I'm going to keep moving with Harris. Got an enemy force over here to the right. We got to keep our eyes on that. So that's one reason I'm going to move Harris back. And they're starting to regain their composure as they reach these camps over here. But there's so many Confederates. It's not going to be easy. Lynch, fire on Chalmers. Bring the cannons forward too. At this point, anybody left behind like Lindsay is in trouble. We can move Scales back here. Got a few skirmisher units as well, guys. I'm going to grab them and go ahead and see if I can't hit Gibson on the flank. We've also got a Gibson here, by the way. And Ammon. I'm going to put Ammon over here. We're definitely out in the open, but we're just trying to extend our line so that we can repel any movements forward by the rebels. For the Union. And actually, Hall could probably hit Tribune on the flank here. So could Harris. I'm going to try to move him out there just a little bit. Let's go ahead and start firing Gibson. Looks like he got wise to our plan. Nice shooting, skirmishers. I don't want them to stop either. The skirmishers love to act like skirmishers. They fire and they run away. But in this case, I want them returning for another volley. Oh no, I don't want Bruce going there. No, Bruce, stay put, stay put, stay put. Just Ammon, not you. Not you. Isn't that disappointing when someone says that? You think you're being called and it's just not you. There we go, Haskell, you can take that position. And it looks like Bloom sent the rest of the guys off the field. Why not assist here on this side of the wood against wood? I'm the worst. I know, it was a disgusting pun. Here we go, Hall, come on, man, get a shot off. I'm going to try to break our backs again with Tribune. And eventually, they might just succeed. We've got to be careful with this guy. Hold the line, man. I'm actually going to take Agrippa. Or we'll take Porter and move him over here so that Agrippa can watch this side of the battlefield and Porter can watch the other side of the battlefield. Makes sense to me. I don't know if you guys agree. Seems pretty reasonable. Let's fire from the woods here at Shaver. And here we go, Claiborne going for a charge. We'll have Bane focus fire on him as well. Just want to throw down as much damage on the enemy as we can. We're slowly running out of ammo, but hopefully there's not a lot more of the enemies left. Although 2,172 nearly outnumbers these two brigades, so we better be careful. Nice shooting, Bloom. Well, that's going to send him reeling. And the good news is Bane has a full cache of ammo. Wish you could split ammo between units. That would be really cool. Especially if you get into situations like this. Okay, let's fire at Lindsay. Lynch can fire at Chalmers. Damn it, Lynch, don't charge, son. Lynch is a slow man. He's not the brightest. But we had to let him in because his father's a politician. I don't actually know if that's true, but I'm just making it up as I go along. And actually, Lynch needs to pull back. This is not a good position. I do like shooting cavalry, believe me, but not enough to get my guys killed. Tribune broke through. I never thought I'd say those words in that order, but he did. Now, I'm hoping that, yep, sure enough, Harris can still make him rout, but we can see that this right flank is weak, guys. There's no other way to put it. It is weak, and Colonel Sanders Bruce is wounded. So these guys are taking some serious shots in this open field. It's not really an open field, it's a cornfield of sorts, but probably not a bad idea to fall back a little bit more. So let's do that. Fall back with Bane too. Not front back, fall back. The back is important. And same with Bruce. Just rein in our line a little bit more, basically. Might not make a difference. We may still not be able to hold this area. But we're going to try. We're going to try. Alright, there we go. Jackson pushing through here on our right flank again. And even Agrippa is pulling back here in fear of Jackson. I would be afraid, of course. I would pull back. So we'll see if we can hold out, guys. 29 seconds left. I don't know if that's the end of the battle totally, or if that's a new part of the Battle of Shiloh. We managed to hold the first part pretty well, and if you want to see the first part of the battle, which is extremely bloody, you should definitely check that in my recent videos. I just put it up as the Battle of Shiloh, USA. It's part of the campaign, but I just thought we'd make it open for everybody. Fire Jackson, come on, boys. Give him the cold steel. We could charge him and give him the cold steel, but I think right now let's just give him some lead balls to deal with. There we go. Good enough. Almost as effective as cold steel, if not more so. And now we're going to move these guys into the woods. Okay, this is where things are getting pretty rough. Scales and the rest of these boys, the skirmishers, they're going to have to fall back. In fact, I'm going to put the skirmishers right there in those defensive areas around the area we're supposed to hold. Without a doubt, we're going to have to reform these lines if we lose the battle, or if we win the battle. I mean, we've taken a lot of damage to all of our corps, and I'm going to try to fill them with veterans, as many people have suggested, but considering the amount of men lost here, that could prove to be a little difficult. McDowell fire at Anderson. Let's hit Russell here. Flanking shots from Walton and his buddies. Can't feel good. Nice! Beautiful. Sadly, our supply truck is totally empty. Come on, Bloom. We just got to respond to the situation. We've got to be very fluid in our response. So I'm going to send Bloom here to deal with Wood, but it looks like Loomis may be able to stop him. Not without some serious losses, though. We outfitted Loomis with some veteran units, and that might be why he's losing men at a much slower pace than we would expect. Send those Rebs back to Richmond. Fire! Oh, yeah. I'll have Loomis go ahead and focus over here. He can ignore Wood for now. And holy shit, Heath is hit. Look at that, guys. That's what we have to defend this remaining area. A lot of our dead federal soldiers, brave men over here. I'm going to get Porter behind these men, or he's going to get shot. Just going to keep the skirmishers where they are. And now that the enemy's got that woods advantage, that could be a problem. I'm not going to lie. Bring the ammo cart forward. Come on. Don't worry, guys. Ammo's on the way. Nice. We got Anderson, which means we can turn our attention over here. As soon as he starts running, of course. In fact, I might already start turning my attention from Hazen to Anderson. There we go. They're going to do a charge, guys. Yep, I expected that. Charging with Gladden. That timer's running low, though. We have a chance of winning here, I think. So we've held Shiloh Church. Hold Pittsburgh Landing. It continues. Unbelievable. This Battle of Shiloh is so long. It really is amazing. So we had to establish our last line of defenses at Pittsburgh Landing. If the rebels take it, it's all over. We will be surrounded and destroyed. Alright. The ironclads USS Tower and USS Lexington are standing on the bank of Pittsburgh Landing and assist us. They will constantly bombard as the enemy gets close. That's pretty cool. Of course, that's going to require us to move a whole bunch of units back. And I don't know if we can do that. I'm going to try. So let's grab all the units here. It heads Pittsburgh Landing. There does seem to be like a natural trench line over there. Looks like the enemy is really trying to hit us. I'm going to keep this group of men here and just try to fight them off temporarily. Because if I run, they're going to just hit us right in the back. Also got that ammo arriving soon. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. Keep it up. They're making a major charge headlong into this area now. Anderson's got past us. Gets Scales and Hoke on him. Two of our finest skirmisher units. Nice. Nice. Beautiful work. It's amazing what a few skirmishers can do. We're going to have to move them to the Pittsburgh Landing. Let's see how Agrippa's army is doing. So they are definitely moving. They're on the way. The enemy is following close behind. Look at the devastation we've left behind us. This is getting pretty ugly. Let's have McDowell fire here on Martin. And yeah, now the enemy's really starting to push their advantage. So we're going to send Porter out of here. Look at that. Chalmers getting hit really hard. He's not retreating, though. He's just pulling back. We're going to send Ahmed up here. Basically, anybody we can get up here safely, we're going immediately. Try to get the hell out of this place and save our army. Damn it, why can't you guys defeat Martin? Just shoot the bastard, for God's sake. Let's get another full volley on him. There we go, he's routed. I'm going to take that as a rout. I don't see him running, but I'm going to take it as a run, and we're going to keep going this way. Remember, guys, we've got to hold this area. There's a lot of barricades here. I feel like if we could reach those barricades, we have a much better chance of winning here. Don't forget, we're also getting help from the ironclads that are actually firing at the enemy, which I think is pretty awesome. Oh, yeah. Go on, boys. Have my permission to run. Alright, Gibson's a problem. I'm going to have Loomis. Loomis is going to have to be our little kamikaze sacrificial lamb, because, and so is Amen, because we're not going to be able to get all these guys to the area we're going to, unless we can hold most of the enemy army back. I'm even going to have Hallfire at Stewart. Sorry, but some of these guys are going to have to sacrifice themselves. Come on, boys. March like you've never marched before. Probably going to lose a few of those cannons. But just going to have to deal with it. And our men are no doubt going to be exhausted. So there we go. Let's set up some skirmishers there. I hate using skirmishers instead of actual infantry units, so I'm going to take Haskell and I'm going to set him up right here. McCook's division from Buell's Corps is here. Nice. So we've got some reinforcements on the way, guys. That's really good news. We're going to put them right there behind the bunkers. So as our men get to this position, of course, they know that they are in good hands. Come on, Manson. Where's that damn supply cart? I think the enemy might have it. I'm going to see if we can take it. Alright, McDowell. Send Anderson off this damn field, please. McDowell's pretty good at killing Rebs, so we'll let him deal with this situation. Colonel Glenn Hall is wounded. My goodness. Well, that's, of course, Hall, the guy we had to leave behind. But he managed to more or less hold the enemy off. So we've got to thank him for that. And it looks like our supplies are still on the way, but they are definitely taking their time to get here. The enemy could probably overrun us before they arrive. All right, McDowell's still chasing Anderson, and I'm still chasing. Look at that. The ironclads are firing on him. Beautiful. That's what I like to see. Those ironclads are very fun to use. And right now, they're providing a tremendous amount of artillery support for our men. There we go. Anderson's going to rout again. He might rout in the wrong direction and get himself shot up even more. For the rest of these guys, I'm going to try to station them sort of in the woods here in front of the bunker. I think you guys can see what I mean. Just to make sure we get the best defensive bonus possible. Some of them, like Bane, I'm going to go ahead and put into positions. And others, like Hatch, I might even put in the woods back here behind our men. So we've got a lot of different ideas for what we're going to do with our men. Porter and Agrippa are back here, basically just defending this area, defending the landing. Don't forget, guys, if you enjoy these videos, these are some of my longest videos, as you guys can see. So hit that like button, share them, because these take a lot of editing, take a lot of time and work and effort just to get one video up with rendering and everything, all that together. It probably takes about 3 or 4 hours to get one of these up. So it helps when you guys share, when you guys hit the like button, and if you guys are able to, donate to the channel by sending PayPal funds to agrippaMaxenius@gmail.com. That also really helps. Okay, guys, we are getting into position here. Gibson is. It looks like Anderson is trying to get past us. I think he just doesn't know where the hell to go. And he just ate a huge chunk of cannon fire from the ships. I have no idea what kind of shells they're shooting, but I can tell you that they are not friendly shells. They definitely hurt when they hit their targets. Let's put this guy here. Still got more men arriving. Walton may not be able to make it. His rear spike, so actually I'm going to have him focus on pond. If you can't run, fight. Remember, man, all we have to do is hold this area. If we can hold it, I believe we win the battle. Set this guy behind over here, kind of on an uphill trajectory. We'll move Kirk up as well. It's all about this area here now, boys. And there we go. Ooh, Walton may have been able to beat the guy off. Let's see if we can get him out of here. Come on, Walton. We're so close to saving just about every single one of our corps. Alright, we've got the first line of rebels arriving at the barricade. Let's see how we deal with this. And in fact, we could probably take McDowell and maybe even Hazen. Put them right there. Now, if our supply truck gets here, in fact, there it is, we're going to go ahead and send him to Hazen. Well, I almost moved the entire army. But I'd actually rather he move behind our lines like this. Yeah, that's better. Okay, Ammon is going to have to stay back, but I think that Walton may be able to get behind our lines to safety. Whether we can hold here, a lot of that has to do with our ironclads as well. Hold Pittsburgh Landing. Walton is still taking shots. I'm not too concerned, but there we go. Look at that. Amazing, guys. Look at Bloom's shot there, and they haven't even reached the first line. In other words, they're not even at the parapets yet. So just being in these woods, this is a great defensive position. Obviously, if I were the general, I would, if this battle, going back into history, armchair general here, I would probably have tried to lure the enemy, the entire army right here, because it's such a narrow area, as you guys can see. It's very hard for the enemy to flank us, that if they sent their whole army here and we started with our whole army, we could easily crush them. Of course, the issue there is that our reinforcements arrived late, and I'm sure that happened on the actual battle itself, but this looks like a defensible area. I feel pretty confident here. I can't promise you a victory, but I pretty much feel like this is a victory. We didn't manage to hold, though, all the other points, but I'm not sure if we were supposed to, if this is the end result. We'll have to see. Oh, Gladden's arriving. Hope you boys are ready to shoot. Ironclads. Need the U.S. Navy as much as possible. Is Gladden breaking before he even gets here? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. We had a little gap in the video. I got a call. I had to pick it up. Now we're just trying to continue to hold Pittsburgh Landing, this beautiful area. And look at that. Apparently there's already a place where we could have put these damn cannons. I'm a fool. Look at that. We're going to place these cannons in better locations. That's so cool. It's like this area was set up for us to crush the enemy. All right, a lot of movement on the left there. I think you guys can see that. Definitely concerned. Looks like they may be trying to flank us on our right flank. Well, I should say our right. Their left in this case. But yeah, there's a lot of men moving. Claiborne. Now, a lot of these guys have already been in the fight and have taken some significant losses. So I'm hoping that alone will force them to not to do as well here. Fire at pond. Honda's trying to break through, and there we go. He is being crushed by Loomis. Loomis had to run so many times in this battle, although I'd rather Bloom aimed over here at this approaching enemy infantry. I'm going to grab Bane as well, guys, and move him over here to these woods too. And I might even grab Ola Agrippa and just put him over here a little more on our right flank. Because I want these guys to know that we stand with them and that we need them. If they can't hold this, we lose the fort. Or the landing, I should say. Fire on Claiborne! Don't let them move down that damn river, boys. In fact, we're going to get even Hatch to start shooting at him. Even if he's got to move out of position. Need as many guns on that unit as possible. Can Bloom shoot? Come on, Bloom. Oh, shit. Bloom's got his own problems. Look at that, guys. That's a lot of enemies advancing. Hatch, shoot Claiborne! Nice, and he can still take some pretty good cover. Look at that. He's still getting 66% cover, which is awesome. Not as good as standing directly behind the barrels, but pretty close. All right, here we go, guys. The attack is commencing all across the line. Bloom is dealing with Gibson. He managed to make Gibson run, but now he's got to deal with Shaver. And I'm actually going to have Bane focus on Shaver, too. It looks like Claiborne is getting shot enough. And let's have Hatch also focus here on Shaver. Running out of ammo. Come on, boys. Fire! Nice! Look at that. Look at that. Now, sadly, Woods is in some trouble here with the cannons. But the Confederates are getting pretty desperate. They're charging all across the line to stop us. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. That is a sight to behold. A sight for sore eyes. Get out of here. Get off my battlefield. There we go. Shaver's taken off. I don't like this because he's going to end up rallying behind us here, but damn, that was a first assault we were able to withstand. But can we withstand the rest? That's the question. They've still got more men on the way. Chalmers is coming back for another piece. These Confederates must be terrified. Just imagine being ushered forward into what looks to me to be certain death for the enemy. They must have some reason to keep fighting. There we go. See, Shaver's already starting to regain some of his composure. Got Claiborne coming back. Fire on Tribune, Bloom. What are you waiting for? Just gonna have him fire and then hold. Nice. Some really good shell shot also raining down on the enemy. We'll fire on Stewart. Actually, no, yeah, we'll fire on Stewart. Love changing the trajectory of the shots there. And if they're standing in the middle of that damn road, I'm going to give them every bit of lead we've got. Still got plenty of ammunition as well. In fact, I'm going to move that ammunition cart over here because these guys have had it for a while. I think they've had a lot of time to refill. Martin and Johnson. Is this the Confederacy's last hope for a victory? Come on, boys. There we go, Stewart. Yeah. Not expecting that cracking shot from Bloom, and he's also going to take a bunch of shells home with him. I mean, the only danger now is look at this. Look at this Confederate line. They're advancing in force now. This might be their second major attack, guys. They're hoping to break through. I'm even going to send Bane forward here. And no doubt we're going to need a lot of reinforcements for these boys. Many good men were lost today. You could just imagine the casualty counts. Russell getting hit there. And I told you guys I hate having Shaver over there. That's just so annoying. Wow, they're moving back. That was fast. So these guys, I don't think their heart's in the fight. Not to press on this far. I mean, to give the Confederates benefit of the doubt, they have been at this for a long time. This is also amazing. We've still got Bruce holding off a bunch of Confederate artillery. I didn't even realize this was occurring. I might just go ahead and fall back with him, although maybe I could try to take out all this Confederate arty. Let's do it. Why not? He's on a special mission. Here we go. Yep, here's an advance. Bane. Routing Statham. Firing at Wood there. And Wood's low on ammo too. It's good to see that the enemy doesn't have any supplies to speak of. That alone may be enough to turn the tide of the battle. And they pushed themselves all along here, but eventually their luck had to come to an end. Here they go with another attempted attack. This is their third major attack on the Pittsburgh Landing. I don't think they can do it at this point. All right, Bruce is running. That's all right, Bruce. Get out of here, man. Go get somewhere safe. What are you doing, son? Just go back there. Smoke some cigars or something. Don't have to worry about that right flank at all. There we go. Enemy routing. Looks like even our artillery right now is enough to make the enemy get the hell off the battlefield. Probably the dead bodies of their comrades don't help either. Ooh, Claiborne, sneaky little bastard, hitting Bane pretty hard right here. I'm not going to move him, though. It looks like he fired and pulled back. These guys are almost acting like skirmishers now. If Martin's going to stick out like a sore thumb like that, they're not going to win. Keep up the fire. Wow, Martin is really... It took him a while to run. And actually, it looks like he might be reforming. If Stewart and Martin attack together with Wood and Statham, if they actually kept going, I mean, I still don't think they could win. They might be able to break this first tree line of ours. But I think they realize the futility of this fight. Certainly, if I was the Confederate general, this would be where I would... well, knowing me, I'd probably try some crazy charge. But after that failed, I would be pulling back to reform. Here we go, Wood's approaching. I don't think he realizes what kind of a world he's stepping into. Tribune's trying to move in on our right flank. And they've got more guys here. Look at this. Martin's back here. They certainly have a lot of units they could still use for a final attempt at an attack. But I can't wait to see the casualty count of this battle. That's what I really want to see. It's going to be monumental on both sides. Not just the Confederates, but ours too, because we lost so many men in the previous battles. And one thing I love is we can actually go and inspect other parts of the battlefield here. Look at all the men we lost in that fight. Over here, of course, all of the men lost here. The tremendous amount of shell holes everywhere. It's a nasty, nasty battlefield. So what happens when you go to war with the United States? Step into a world of shit. I wonder, are those ironclads still firing? Yes, they are. Oh, that's so cool. I think that's why they're not moving up on that right flank. Jackson's trying, but he's going to be repulsed very quickly. Either works. Yep, he's out of here. Hopefully the ironclads will fire a few shells his way, too. Yep, look at that. Ooh! You guys got to work on your accuracy. One guy down. Shouldn't be complaining about free naval support, though, I'll admit. The Union forever, hurrah, boys, hurrah. Down with the traitors and up with the stars. Yes, this is ours. They're routing. Look at all those dead Confederates. Oh, it's beautiful. Never seen this many shell holes on a field. Just going to turn this into the biggest fishing venture in the entire world. We're going to fill all these little holes up with water, throw a few goldfish in, everybody can have the time of their lives. We should probably throw in some carp or something like that. Aren't carp just giant goldfish? I have no idea. Why am I talking about fish? Come on, Chalmers, come to our lines. We've got something for you. This is actually reminding me a lot of the Battle of Cold Harbor, where the Union actually got the shit shot out of them. The enemy just keeps approaching this this area. We've got tremendous cover, and they just keep sending their men out to get shot. It's kind of like a butcher, basically, a butchering of their army. They're just letting their army get sliced up, and hey, that's fine with me. That makes our job that much easier in the coming battles. Makes them have to spend a lot more money. They're going to have to get manpower to refill this, and just imagine how awful this would look in Confederate newspapers. Managing to push the Union back only to get stopped and to lose maybe tens of thousands of men. We'll have to see at the end of the battle here, conclusion of the battle. What happened, Johnson? You don't like our cannons? Those cannons were made in New York. Nothing wrong with them. All right, actually, we'll move Walton and Lynch up over here to the woods. Take the fight to the enemy a little bit. Now they're making that final charge. You can see just about everybody's moving up, even on this flank. And even Hazen can move out of his comfort zone here. Here we go. Fire, boys. They're still out in the open, so we've got a slight advantage for sure. We don't have as many men here in this in these brigades, but it looks like they might be pulling back already. Yep. Nothing here for you guys except death and destruction. Give them hell, boys. Still got another cannon up here, too. I don't think there's any more spots for our cannons. If there were, I would move him out as well. That is a battle to remember, for sure. Let's move our Ohio boys forward. Alright, enemies getting closer than they did before, but not that that means much. Stewart is definitely going for a full-on charge. He's got some brave men there. So yeah, it looks like some of the Confederates might reach our lines. They're going to hit Bain. Got those bayonets ready. Well, that seems to be the only group of Confederates that made it through, and it looks like they're going to get the hell out of here. But Bain is also getting off the field. I mean, he's had enough. So Bain's out of here, but we got Stewart as well. Let's get one more shot here with Bloom. Come on, boys. Reload. We did this in training. You should be doing this faster. Open fire. Good shots. Let them know we mean business. I'm not above firing at a unit that is retreating at all, especially not in a defensive situation like this. Got the forest. What do you have, Chalmers? Nothing but a bunch of people to shoot at. Move Hazen forward. I'm going to try to get in that wood line. Proceeding to the next day. What? Unbelievable. Battle of Shiloh, second day. So it continues, guys. That's unbelievable how long this battle takes. We're going to go ahead and start, of course. Hope for the absolute best. And I guess move on to day 2. Does this mean we're going to be attacking? Remember, we didn't have a chance to reform our army or anything like that. We fought desperately yesterday and managed to hold Pittsburgh Landing. Our heroic fighters did not let the rebels advance further, and I'm guessing now we need to attack. All brigades of General Buell are here, so we can now initiate a counterattack to sweep Confederates from the field. Well, shit, guys, and keep in mind, we're doing this all with just the units we have now, so this is going to be tough. A lot of these guys have seen a whole bunch of warfare, and they don't want to see more. We're going to start moving everybody forward, though, and wish for the best. But for that, you're going to have to wait for the next episode, of course. You guys are crazy if you actually think I am going to keep keep playing at this point. Actually might keep the rest of these guys here, but everyone else is moving forward. Thanks for watching, guys, and next will be a night battle here, and hopefully we'll get lucky. Take care. Have an awesome day.